I met Mohini by chance one day. Over sips of tea, she told me her story. She was young, innocent, and full of dreams when her parents spent lakhs of rupees and announced ostentatiously that she was now her husband's property. A marriage forged in patriarchy, based on the somber promise of a Hyman's unbroken journey. They all sang hymns of long ago at her wedding ceremony, while the furious flames of Agni, tamed in the heat, reigned in her fury. A transaction complete, a deal sealed. He was rich, she wasn't poor. He hit her on their first night together. The next morning, his family gave her milk with turmeric. The bruises showed up a few hours later, but they were only visible to her. His family looked the other way, and hers couldn't see either the blues, the blacks, the purples of her skin. She tried and tried and tried again, but all were blind to her pain. This is your destiny. Marriage is sacred. It's not a game. They offered her barbs of advice and reminded her of the shame her complaining and stories of blame would bring to their families, his and hers. She got pregnant with a baby girl within the year. 2 years passed, and once again her tummy grew with his semen. By now she had matured and hardened to the core, lost her voice and complained no more. She didn't bother to tell anyone anything anymore. She couldn't remember what she was like before. Her eyes now lay vacant like abandoned, deserted plots. Then one day, like all days, he complained of the lack of salt in the dal she had made. She apologized. He flung the food off the plate anyway and kicked her hard in her swollen belly. Not once, but twice he did. A scream escaped her trembling lips as she fell behind the kitchen door. Her 2-year-old came running and hugged the heap on the floor. A voice she heard. "Wake up, Mohini." Was it her? Was it her baby girl who'd kissed her? Concussed, she couldn't remember how long she lay there. Finally, she got up, holding her daughter's hand, walked out of the house and never went back. When Mohini told me her story, not a single tear was shed by her. There she sat, across from me, wearing untimely wrinkles, but no purples, no blacks, and no blues were visible. She fights battles year after year. Custody, courts, alimony, divorce, and threats are an everyday affair. But her daughters now go to a decent boarding school, and she's enrolled herself on a master's program to study Hindi literature. Her eyes now shine like glinting snow, melting at last in a vacant, abandoned plot. Spring may not bring all that it had promised, but her dreams sprout back inside her heart. I will read all the love poetry that was ever written in this land of Shakti on the course. She proclaims her future to me. I look at her. Her lips stretch in a magical smile. Perfect arches of perfect bows. Mohini, the only female avatar of Vishnu. Spellbinding. Enchantress maddens lovers, sometimes taking them to their doom. Destroyer of demons. Essence of Shaktism. Mohini, the name her parents gave her. Thank you.